Welcome to the Vision Radio Show. I'm your host, Karen Rogers, K-Row on the radio. And I got my guest co-host in the studio with me, Pastor Mark C. Hey, Pastor Mark.
Hey, what's up, K-Row? Hey, everybody, what's up?
And our special guest today, you're hearing her in the background, Miss Benita Farmer. Can we bring her in? Is she on the line? Benita. Hey.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. I'm Pastor Mark. Hi, K-Row.
Hey, what's up, Benita?
Listen, we were trying to figure out now, how long has it been since your last CD journey? I said 5 years. Mark said more than that.
You said what?
5 years?
5 years? Let me see. I would say 07, 08.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah, I told you it was more than 5 years.
Really?
Because Journey came out while I was in college.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, you have a brand new CD out. It's called MenderOFMe. And we want to talk about that CD. We want to talk about why has it been so long and what's been going on in all those, that's 14, almost 15 years. Wow.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, 7. Okay, I don't do math good in my head. 7 or 8 years.
You know what? You're both right. Because if you look on the actual CD of MenderOFMe, that's coming out, the record label, record label, it's a compilation of the first CD and the first and second CD that I did independently.
Right.
So, yeah, both are 7 years, 14 years, however you look at it. Because I think Not Alone was released in 03.
Yeah, I know that was a good while ago that Not Alone came out.
I was still in high school.
Yeah. So what, Mark?
Right. So, yeah, and it's so crazy because, as time would have you, get you away from certain things. I went back to school to get my master's. That was time consuming in itself. And so when you do that, couple that, and you're still working, as an educator, time will keep you away from doing what you want to do, as far as outside of the school, at the education realm.
Right. Hold that thought, because I want to talk about that. I want to get into that in detail, because a lot of people, with that time thing, a lot of people kind of think that it's been too long, I'm beyond the time, and all that stuff. So we want to talk about all of that and how God, my First Lady preached a couple weeks ago about waiting on God's perfect timing. And I heard her say, and I posted it, we get frustrated because we're trying to figure out in time what God's doing in eternity. Because God is not really governed by time like we are. And so time doesn't really have the same meaning in his kingdom as it does to us. So I want to talk about that. I want to talk about the project. I want to talk about the label and all of that good stuff. All right? So hold the line. We're going to take a commercial break. Everybody call your friends and tell them it's time to experience the vision.
Justice for All People is an anti-violence 501c3 organization founded by the owner and CEO of the LGR Group that offers guidance to young people through education, mentoring programs, and college scholarships. For more information on Justice for All People or to make a secure tax-deductible donation of any amount, visit www.justiceforallpeople.org.
Got music? Record at LGR Professional High Quality Pro Tools HD Studio with room for large bands and choirs. LGR Studios provides expert recording and video production at recession-proof prices. Visit lgrrecords.com or 609-702-7272.
This is Karen Rogers, K-Row of the Vision Radio Show, and I invite you to experience the vision with me every weekday from 2 to 3 p.m. right here on Philadelphia's Renaissance Station, WNJC 1360 AM. Experience the vision.
Trust you, the one I choose, the one who's
It's called Higher. That's Benita Farmer. And that is from, Benita, what CD is that from? Is that from Journey or is that from Not Alone?
That's from Journey.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
It's
all of
definitely from
these
Journey.
songs. So tell us about the, because I don't want to tell the story. You tell the story. Tell us about the CD, because as you said, it's a compilation of the music, some of the music from Journey, some of the music from Not Alone, and then some new music. So tell us, did you redo some of the music, or tell us how this project came about?
Okay, so how the project came about, it's funny because God has a way of, turning things around and making sure that His plan unfolds, in your life.
Yeah.
And what happened was, I was all ready to okay, I'm just satisfied with teaching. I'm just going to give up. I really was ready to give up singing.
Wow.
Okay.
Can I ask you, can I stop you and ask you why?
I'm done.
Benita, can I ask you why? Why were you ready to just stop and be done?
I don't know. I think something within me, I was just getting to a place where I think it had something to do with when I had paused a little bit and I had to do, I went to my master's, going through my master's. That kind of zapped my strength. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's something happened. I wasn't able to do, what I used to do before. Everything stopped when I started back to school.
Wow.
Literally everything stopped. So kind of like as I was heading out and finishing up my master's program, that kind of that remained, that part that remained, the fact that I wasn't active, and I was just like, you know what, I'm tired,
Yeah.
So I was at that point, and I just kind of was just ready to give that part of my life up, and out of nowhere, and I remember, it was funny because, I'm part of Church of Living God, and we had our conferences we have every year, our youth conferences, and I sang there and all that, and I hooked up with this guy from Chicago, because the conference was in Chicago. He's a radio personality, and an awesome man of God, Gregory Gay. He became my manager, and I was just like, okay, yeah, I can use somebody that can represent and just represent me. And not realizing how far I was going to go. I was just like, yeah, if you want to do it, go ahead. Sure, go ahead, whatever. So, bring it back to the present, he, lo and behold, he was working. He was making connections and networking, and it's funny because in the end of December of last year, he called me and he was just like, Benita, we have a record label that want to sign you.
Wow.
Pause. What?
Wow.
Wow. Here I am at the edge, right?
Yeah.
About to jump into, that next phase, of just not doing and not being, in that part of my life. And here comes his phone call saying that no,
it ain't over.
We got more.
And let me just interject this because it's not funny, but you know how we say it's funny. You know what I mean? But I had to preach on Sunday, not knowing it was like a last minute thing. Somebody who was supposed to preach, something happened and they couldn't preach. So I preached the message. My subject was I Am Joseph. And I was talking about how we go through what some may consider those silent years, where it looks like nothing is happening, where we feel forgotten by people, we feel forgotten by God, and we even forget about the dream. We forget about what God said about us. We let that go. But God has a way of just bringing that thing back. And it's funny that you said all of a sudden, you know what I mean? Because when it just seems like nothing is happening, God knows how to give us those all of a sudden experiences. And when it seems like nothing has happened, God is always at work. Like you say, the guy was working. Like he represents the Holy Ghost to me. He was in the background working, doing things that you didn't even know about. And then all of a sudden you get this call and wow.
Yeah, it makes me think of the scripture when Paul says that we have to learn how to be content in whatever place that we're in.
Yes.
And I think that, sometimes when we get to a place where we get settled within ourselves. And it's just like, okay, you settle and you're grateful.
It is what it is,
And it is what it is. I'm going to do what I'm going to do, and then that's when God says, okay, you've graduated this level. And he opens the door for us, so.
And I feel so that's exactly what happened.
Wow.
Like the time that I stopped my master's and graduated from that part, he graduated.
Congratulations
from
on the
part.
master's too, because that ain't no shim sham thing. That ain't no small thing. Congratulations, that is a great feat.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so
Masters
much.
in education. Yes. So go ahead. So now you got this call. Now, what's the record label?
The record label's called Dream Records label. Okay, Dream Records Group. And they're based out of several areas. Like they have like branches in Hawaii, places like that. I believe Dallas. But they, you know, when he said Dream Records, I was just like, okay, well, let me look them up and see what's going on.
Right.
And when I went on the website, I was just blown away. I was like, wow, this is a independent label with, you know, major backing. I was like, this is great. You know, my label mates are like, you know, they're pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So you have Cindy from Lakewood. She's on the label. You have Zael, they're on the label. You know, and I think B. Chase Williams is on the label as well.
Wow.
So that's just to name a few. So I was just like, wow, I know these people. Okay, cool.
Yeah. And
I was just...
I was looking at even the buzz created around the release of your CD. Like you say, like major people were mentioning. Yeah. I was like, this is my friend Benita Farmer, and they like giving her this big shout out about this CD. Like that's, and the thing is, if people don't realize, well, what's the benefit of having a record label if I can produce and do all this stuff myself? Because the record label can get you that distribution and recognition, and that's huge. That's huge.
That marketing piece is the major component that you really, really need.
Absolutely.
You know? And so if you can connect with somebody that has the interest in giving you those backing dollars for those marketing, it's going to help get your project to where it needs to be. So.
And that's why I've taken such an interest in the independent artists, because there is people have such a great product, a great sound, great material, but if nobody's hearing it, you know what I mean? And that's why I really have kind of taken the independent artists under my wing, and I really want to get them out there so people can hear their stuff, because it's good, and everybody doesn't have yet, you know, that distribution, that backing, that marketing. So we're going to play some more music.
Go
ahead.
Okay, good.
No, go ahead. I didn't want to interrupt you.
I was going to say, I totally agree, and I think with the first two projects, it got quite a buzz, but this direction, the way they've taken it, I don't think I've ever had it gone in this direction with the marketing.
Right.
Powerful.
Right.
So that lets me know, and like Pastor Mark was saying, that lets me know I'm in a good place as far as like the whole, when you're in a place with marketing, they have good, strong marketing strategies, and they know how to, and they have the power to back it up. That makes a world of a difference.
It really does. It really does.
It makes a world of a difference.
It really does. All right, when we come back, we're going to do some more music from MenderOFMe. I've been playing the music that I liked, so I'll let you pick the next song. I'll let you pick the next song. What do you want us to play next when we come back?
You know, I want to hear.
So
I can say that this is, you know, they're all my favorite. I'm going to say that they're all my favorite.
Right.
But I want to hear "All I Need Is You," and the reason why "All I Need Is You" is because Ernie Saunders, the late Ernie Saunders, he did the entire background.
Oh, wow.
I don't think too many people know that.
Wow.
You know?
You know Ernie was my vocal director and he was my private instructor from the time I was 9 to the time I was 13.
Wow. I didn't know that.
He's the
and
one
I
who
didn't know
taught
that.
me
Wow.
and got me
He's
into
an amazing
Lincoln.
vocalist.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. All right, well, when we
serious?
come back.
He did go to Lincoln.
Yes. Yes, I did.
When we come back, All I Need Is You by Benita Farmer. If you have a question, a comment, if you want to call in, our number here is 856-227-1360, 856-227-1360. We'll be right back after this.
Why would you pay 50 cents for something you could get for 19? Or 10 cents for something you could get for 5? Well, that's exactly what you're doing if you're not using the LGR Copy Center for all of your printing and promotional item needs. We have the lowest prices around. Our everyday low price for color copies is just 19 cents. Black and white copies are just 5 cents. From t-shirts to tickets, booklets to business cards, flyers to forums, programs to postcards to posters. We specialize in all of your printing and promotional item needs. Graphic design is also available with no added fees to open files or for most rush jobs. For more information, mention this ad when you contact us at the LGR Group, 80 High Street, Mount Holly, New Jersey, 609-702-7272 or toll free at 1-800-992-2995. Email us at info@lgrgroup.com or visit our website, lgrgroup.com. The LGR Group, one source, bringing it all together.
Looking for a top jazz club and exquisite restaurant? You've got to experience the Firehouse Cafe, where all the top jazz bands perform live every week, Thursday through Sunday. You'll love the Firehouse Cafe at 20 Washington Street in beautiful Mount Holly, New Jersey. Call 609-261-4502 or thefirehousecafe.net. The Firehouse Jazz Cafe. Wing dinner for two online at thefirehousecafe.net.
This is Karen Rogers, K-Row of the Vision Radio Show, and I invite you to experience the vision, Night Vision, brought to you by the Vision Radio Show and K-Row, every Saturday night into Sunday morning from midnight till 7 a.m., featuring the best of the Vision Radio Show. The best of I'm With the Drummer with Trey Lambert. You don't want to miss it all night long, all night strong, right here on WNJC 1360 AM. Experience the vision.
All right, you're listening to the Vision Radio Show. I'm your host, Karen Rogers, K-Row on the radio. And I have guest co-host with me, Pastor Mark C. in the studio. And we're talking to Benita Farmer with her brand new CD, MenderOFMe. We're trying to get this song to play, but it won't play. And until it does, we're going to go ahead and continue to talk. Okay, here it comes. All I Need Is You, Benita Farmer.
Appreciation runs deep in my soul, and all I need is you. I close my eyes from you for just a simple second, and my life began to fade. I've gotta let you know how much you mean to me, and
Wow, that's amazing. Benita, that's amazing. And actually, like, just knowing that all those background vocals are Ernie, but your vocals, wow. I was telling Pastor Mark, like, I hear your mom, like, all in that. Wow. Who wrote the song?
I wrote the song.
You did? Oh, my goodness, Benita. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. So how did it come about that Ernie was the one that did all the background vocals?
Well, you know, at the time, Freddie Washington, he produced my first album,
right?
Not Alone, and he suggested that we get Ernie Saunders because he was friends with Ernie, and he suggested that we use Ernie and for the vocals, background vocals, and I'm gonna tell you. When he suggested, I was like, okay, cool. So I'm expecting, like, some people come off Grander or something like that because, it's Oliver. I'm thinking, like, okay, what are we going to get? So when he came into the studio, he was the most humblest person soul you ever want to meet. And I was just like, wow. I just, like, instantly fell in love with his spirit. I was just like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Wow. That's definitely like Ernie. He was one of the most sincere. Now he'll tell you the truth,
right.
But he always spoke it in love. He was always gentle, very humble. And would literally give you the shirt off his back if he need. And for him to be as talented, and he was world renowned. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was on special request in Europe. He traveled all around the world.
Right.
You know, and he was just amazing. And for him to be that amazing and to be so humble, you get people around here that's still transposing that will.
No, you didn't say that. Oh my goodness. That they grand and wonderful, right?
Come on here. Right? That's the truth.
Wow. Wow. So that was amazing. Now, so bring us up to this CD, Mender of Me. First of all, let's talk about the song, Mender of Me. Give us the backstory on the song.
The backstory of the song for Mender of Me, nothing extremely deep. But I know that God has dropped it in my spirit because that's how when I start writing, I don't consider myself a writer. Mm-hmm. But when I do, I know God wants me to, and it's God guiding. So I knew that. And he just sent me to, just a vision of people hurting and how they hurt and how they react from the hurt, things of that nature, and how, they never get to the root of the situation. And also, in addition to all that, the melody came, with Mender of Me, get to the root of me, release it from me, the thing that keeps me from falling, that came first, and then everything else connected from there. I got Angela White, who's a young, aspiring songwriter. She's in Berkeley.
Right.
Shout out to her. Who assisted me in the writing, who also wrote the song with me, because I kind of brought it to
her.
Angela King.
Angela King. Yeah. Huh? Okay, Angie King. Right.
You know the connection there. The connection there.
Right.
My mom and her father, they were partnerships as far as writers is concerned, with Wagner. And not to mention that her father was my, my mother's student.
Right.
At Wagner Junior High School. So, just how it just comes all full circle. You know,
Was Angie your student?
Children working together. You know, so yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's, give her a shout out. She's a phenomenal songwriter, musician, psalmist, lyricist. I mean, yeah. And like we're just scratching the surface on that one right there.
Absolutely.
I mean, their whole family.
Yes. Yes.
Just nuts.
Yes.
Like, I mean,
Right.
and to see them working together,
Yes.
like to have them all in one room, with Ronald King Sr., RonaldKing Jr., and
Angie Sr.,
and
Angie Jr. Yeah.
just,
yeah.
Because they just,
Yeah.
they just have this
Connectiveness,
it's
cohesiveness,
crazy.
congruency, yeah. I'm gonna tell the story, and then we're gonna go to commercial break. I had a midnight musical several years back, and I had invited Living Hope, and they couldn't come, and so Ron had said, "Well, me and Angie will come and represent." And I was like, "Okay, honey." We could have just ended the service when they was done.
Yeah.
I mean, they were just the two of them, phenomenal.
Yeah, and they're
phenomenal.
so, as I say, greasy. They're so oily. Like they
Yes,
have so much
they
oil
really do, and
on
that's
them.
what makes the difference. That's what makes the difference is the anointing. There's a lot of talented people out there, but the anointing is what makes the difference. So I'm gonna ask you one more question, and we're gonna go to commercial break. When we come out, we're gonna play "Mender of Me." What made you choose that song as the title cut of the CD and the single that you released?
Okay. Well, I think the title of the album in itself, I think we needed to come from a place, as far as the record label is concerned, probably needed to come from a place of freshness, and then we kind of used that because I pretty much would have personally I would have kind of would have tagged on the title as like a volume 1 or something like that because it's music that has been put out already for the most part. Even though I know everyone hasn't heard the music, but that's kind of like how I would have put it. But it was really the on my manager and my label, and they're from, like I said, they're from like Midwest, from the West area. So they kind of like, they like the title being of the album "Mender of Me." So I was like, okay, well that sounds a good title. I think it's great. It's catchy enough.
Yeah.
It's so much can come from that. You know.
It's catchy and it's different. It's not something that, you're like, oh, I heard that before. No, like I've never heard anything even close to that "Mender of Me." And so it's something that kind of sticks with you. And like you said, it kind of piques your curiosity. Well, what is that "Mender of Me"? So when we come back, we're going to play this song and we're going to continue talking to Benita Farmer. If you want to talk to her, if you have a comment or question, give us a call, 856-227-1360, 856-227-1360. We'll be right back.
Justice for All People is an anti-violence 501c3 organization founded by the owner and CEO of the LGR Group that offers guidance to young people through education, mentoring programs, and college scholarships. For more information on Justice for All People or to make a secure tax-deductible donation of any amount, visit www.justiceforallpeople.org.
Got music? Record at LGR Professional High Quality Pro Tools HD Studio with room for large bands and choirs. LGR Studios provides expert recording and video production at recession-proof prices. Visit lgrrecords.com or 609-702-7272.
This is Karen Rogers, K-Row of the Vision Radio Show, and I invite you to experience the Vision with me every weekday from 2 to 3 p.m. right here on Philadelphia's Renaissance Station, WNJC 1360 AM. Experience the Vision.
It's not the first time I've done wrong. A life filled with regrets. Now my back's against the wall. I can't find another friend. Not a doctor who can heal
title cut from Benita Farmer's latest CD. It's called Mender of Me, and again, it's a compilation of the first, the second CD, and then this new song, Mender of Me, on what's it called? What's the name of the label? Benita?
Dream Records.
Dream Records.
Dream Records label. Yeah.
So now it was dropped on, and is this your first iTunes CD? Is this your first?
This is my first digital release. Yes.
Okay. So it was released last Tuesday, a week ago today, correct?
Yes, last Tuesday was when it was released off of Dream Records label.
Yeah. So now tell us what's coming up. What do you have planned now with Dream Records, and what do you see happening in the future?
Well, I'm excited because this really positions me to get into, to open up for new music that's going to come down the pipe, like new music.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that, and also we're setting up for a tour in the summertime, and we got some dates already with Sunday's Best Ashford Sanders.
That's what's up.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, so we got some dates with that my manager hooked up with, so we're looking forward to setting up for that and things and more to come. So that's the new music is definitely right around the corner. Right around the corner, like the next one. I'm ready for the next, of course.
So now when you say new music, are you writing, or do you have a writing team, or how's that, or do you even know how that's going to come about?
Well, I'm gearing up, and I'm speaking in the future. I'm speaking. I won't say I'm speaking out of term. I'm speaking ahead of myself, but I always wanted to do like a holiday record. I wanted to record for Christmas. I wanted to do Christmas songs or Christmas records for the holidays. And I've always wanted to do that. So I'm kind of like putting bugs in people's ears. Like, okay, I want to do this. So we'll see what happens when it comes down to that. So that's what I mean by new music's coming right around the corner. So we're looking for that before this year, probably like in the summertime to culminate everything.
I'm excited I'm excited for you, and I'm very happy. Again, God has a way of doing things that we just can't figure it out. Just when we think it's over, and we're good with that. Like you say, like, okay, I'm good. It was what it was. It is what it is, and I'm good. But He has a way of just bringing things back full circle for His purpose. Before I let you go, Pastor Mark, is there anything else that you wanted to say to Benita, or ask her any other questions that you had or comments?
Well, no, just really congratulations.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely, time. It's well worth it. I mean, she's endured the process.
Absolutely.
And she's been faithful, because, a lot of times when people go through a process, she's had one CD, she's had another, and, she had gotten, a lot of, success, especially a lot of a buzz, especially with the Journey Project. And just that she's always remained humble. She's always remained consistent. And I just, big ups to you, sis.
Absolutely.
It's great. And I'm glad to see what God is doing.
And again, to piggyback off of what he said, I am too, because I'm glad to see it. Not this is not a dig against anybody else, but I know Benita, so I'm glad
she
to
has
see.
Integrity.
Exactly, that's what I was going to say.
So
somebody in the industry that has first of all, like you said, faithfulness. They've paid their dues and has integrity and really loves God.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we have so many people in the industry that are talented, but their life is a mess, and it's a reflection on the whole church. And so I'm just glad to see somebody that really loves God, that really knows God, that has integrity, that has a mama and a daddy that have integrity, a grandmama, you know what I mean, generations that has given and giving you that endurance, that integrity to now represent Christ to the world.
Well, I thank you. But and that means a lot coming from people who have integrity as well. You know what I'm saying? That I can see that your lives are going to bloom and blossom. And I can't wait for that to happen as well. Likewise with you guys as well.
Well, thank you, Benita. I'm going to let you have final words if you want to tell people how to get a copy of Mender of Me, how to follow you, and all that good stuff before I let you go. I know you have a plane to catch.
I know, I got to go to Utah with the Mormons. No, I'm joking. To Utah. I just, if you want to purchase a CD, it's available everywhere digitally, not just iTunes, Google Plus, whatever your phone, app carries, and however you get music through your phone, and on the computer, it's available. So I know some people are like, okay, I don't have iPhone for iTunes. It's available wherever. So you can just go anywhere. Just type in the name, MenderOFMe, and there you have it. The website is www.benitafarmermusic.com.
All right, and give your background singers a shout out. Are they still called New Journey?
Yes, the singers and the band, they're still called New Journey. Shout out to them. And those who sang with me before, they're still part of New Journey as well. I can just call them up, and if I need help, come on up. So we're still New Journey.
Right. Well, go ahead, catch that plane, have a safe flight, and I just keep us posted with what's going on. And I wish you all God's best, and I'm just excited about what God's doing.
When's the album release party? Are you having one?
Good question.
I am having one. I'm having one in March. It's going to be for pretty much like a media release.
Okay.
Party. And you guys will probably get an invitation soon. And we wanted to get out of this funky, harsh winter area.
Yeah.
Before we give a date and everything, but it's going to be definitely sometime in March, because we should be safe around this point.
I was going to say, you better make it towards the end of March.
I know, right? You never know.
Because the snow has been crazy. All right, well, great. We'll look forward to that.
Okay.
Thanks again.
Guys.
All right. Take care.
Right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, now I'm going to play another one of my favorite songs, and actually it was a title cut from her first CD called Not Alone, and we'll do that right after we do our
Jesus Calling.
Our Jesus Calling for today is entitled Be Still in the Light. Be still in the light of my presence while I communicate love to you. There's no force in the universe as powerful as my love. You are constantly aware of limitations, your own and others, but there is no limit to my love. It fills all of its space, time, and eternity. Now you see through a glass darkly, but someday you will see me face to face. Then you will be able to experience fully how wide and long and high and deep is my love for you. If you were to experience that now, you would be overwhelmed to the point of feeling crushed. But you have an eternity ahead of you, absolutely guaranteed, during which you can enjoy my presence in unrestricted ecstasy. For now, the knowledge of my loving presence is sufficient to carry you through each day. And our scripture comes from 1 Corinthians 13 and 12. For now we see through a glass darkly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, but then I shall know even as I am known. And Ephesians 3, 16 to 19. I pray that out of his glorious riches he may strengthen you with power through his Spirit in your inner being, so that Christ may dwell in your hearts through faith. And I pray that you, being rooted and established in love, may have power together with all the saints to grasp how wide and long and high and deep is the love of Christ, and to know this love that surpasses knowledge, that you may be filled to the measure of all the fullness of God. And this is one more song from Benita Farmer to take us into worship. It's called Not Alone.
Your voice calling out to beckoning me closer to you, just to feel your warm embrace. I know that there is still a place for me in your heart. Here I am, standing here, knowing I don't have to fear, resting in you, oh God. With your love you draw me near, showing me she had to press her way.
She said,
Excuse me, I must get to Jesus.
"Oh, the man from Galilee."
Yes, that's the one, and I know that he has everything that I need. Here I am, standing here, knowing I don't have to fear, resting in you, oh God. With your love you draw me near, showing me that everything is gonna be okay. I know you are the only way, the only way, the truth and the light. I just want to be holy in your sight. Teach me your ways, oh God. Reveal your will to me. I'm reaching out to you, 'cause I am in need. Here I am, standing here. I don't have to fear no more. Resting in you, oh God. You draw me near, showing me everything's gonna be okay. I know I'm not alone.
Experience the vision. Why would you pay 50 cents for something you could get for 19? Or 10 cents for something you could get for 5? Well, that's exactly what you're doing if you're not using the LGR Copy Center for all of your printing and promotional item needs. We have the lowest prices around. Our everyday low price for color copies is just 19 cents. Black and white copies are just 5 cents. From t-shirts to tickets, booklets to business cards, flyers to forms, programs to postcards to posters. We specialize in all of your printing and promotional item needs. Graphic design is also available with no added fees to open files or for most rush jobs. For more information, mention this ad when you contact us at the LGR Group, 80 High Street, Mount Holly, New Jersey, 609-702-7272, or toll free at 1-800-992-2995. Email us at info@lgrgroup.com or visit our website, lgrgroup.com. The LGR Group, one source, bringing it all together.
Looking for a top jazz club and exquisite restaurant? You've got to experience the Firehouse Cafe, where all the top jazz bands perform live every week, Thursday through Sunday. You'll love the Firehouse Cafe at 20 Washington Street in beautiful Mount Holly, New Jersey. Call 609-261-4502 or thefirehousecafe.net. The Firehouse Jazz Cafe. Win dinner for two online at thefirehousecafe.net.
This is Karen Rogers. Experience the vision, Night Vision, brought to you by the Vision Radio Show and K-Row, every Saturday night into Sunday morning from midnight till 7 a.m., featuring the best of the Vision Radio Show. The best of I'm With the Drummer with Trey Lambert. You don't want to miss it all night long, all night strong, right here on WNJC 1360 AM. Experience the vision.
Alrighty, it is about time for us to get up and get out of here. I really enjoyed today's show.
Yeah, it was great.
I enjoyed talking to Benita and playing music. And don't forget to get her CD, Mender of Me. You can get it on iTunes. Like she said, anywhere where you can get music digitally. I got to say that word slowly, digitally. Make sure you get a copy of that and support our independent artists, our local artists, and I just see God doing great things in her life. Pastor Mark, you want to say anything before I let you go? You got anything coming up this weekend, or I know you always got a lot going on.
Well, actually, I've been kind of on a little bit of a break, but that we're coming out of that. I'm going to be with Temple University this weekend.
Oh, okay.
They are doing a fundraiser on Friday night for their spring tour, and so I'm going to help them. I'm really into helping college kids and college ministry.
Yeah.
So then we have the next outpouring, which is going to be on March the 15th, and a concert coming up with Anton.
So it's not going to be first Sunday in March.
Yeah, because my students go on spring break.
Oh yeah, it's that time already.
Yeah.
Wow.
This year went by really fast.
Lord, it really did.
Yeah, so
spring break already.
Yeah, and I'm kind of sad this year because a lot of my students that have been with me for the last, because I've been at Widener for 4 years, a lot of them are graduating, and I'm really going to miss them. And I've just been thinking about it, like I'm not going to see them anymore. But
well, do what Sister Farmer did, Bishop Farmer, make an alumni choir.
Amen.
An alumni group, and so wow. Okay, so you'll be with Temple this weekend. Which day? Saturday, Sunday? Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Friday. All right, and I'll be back tomorrow with the drummer. Trey is on tour, so I'm not sure exactly what we're going to be doing, but make sure you come back tomorrow for with the drummer. And speaking of Trey, shout out to him. Did you see him on Good Morning America?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Shout out to our
Jasmine.
Trey Way with Jasmine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Him
and Ali
yep.
and Dre. Yes. Philly was well represented on Good Morning America.
I don't know what the music industry would do without Philly.
Right.
Because
we're everywhere. We're everywhere, and with all the major, and also shout out, to Man for with the Oscar with John Legend, and also Smurf with Common.
Yep.
So Philly is everywhere, even at the Academy Awards.
Yes.
So definitely keep it right here. Coming up next, we have Conservative Commandos. Until next time, experience the vision.
Hi, this is Rick Trader, host of the Conservative Commandos radio show. Just about every day you can pick up a newspaper and see how